Hey guys, it's Burgas here, and in this video I'm going to talk about is Infantry good for free-to-play players. So first of all, let's start why it's about the free-to-play players and not WoW spenders or mid spenders or pay-to-play. Why specifically for free-to-play players? It's just free-to-play players have resources if they actually get some farm and they actually farming with their main account. They don't have problems with resources, but free-to-play players have problems with speed-ups. It is basically a scarcity speed-ups, so you have to be really careful which troop you actually are going to train. And there's basically two events, Alliance War and Behemoth. You want to be able to help your guild in Alliance War, also you want to be able to help in the Behemoths. Especially if you're looking to get one of these pretty nice frames from the elite Behemoth if you kill it the first time in the server. But why infantry? Infantry, there is one exactly place you can actually use infantry. In my opinion, of course, I don't count buildings, I don't count destroying barricades or destroying enemy buildings, because actually infantry have the biggest engineering, if I'm not wrong. They have pretty nice engineering, 12, compared to the rest of the troops. And yeah, they're basically using for the tank purpose in most of the times. So my advice to free-to-play players is basically to go with the spearmans, because marksmans actually have the biggest in the game physical attack, and each 1% on the 2 times bigger attack is actually 2 times more. So this is one of the spearmans is the best unit for the behemoths, except the dragon. The dragon, in my opinion, you should go with mages. But yeah, the spearmans are the one of the units free-to-play players should have, so they can be helpful in their alliance fighting against behemoths, uh, getting the elite behemoths and so on. And the second one is actually mages. Mages are the best one for Alliance War. They have long range. They can hit from the distance. They don't have a lot of attack, but as I said, they hit from the distance. And if you have some mage heroes actually hit 3 targets. It's basically hitting the target into surrounding legions. Also, Wilder, the starting mage for the League of Order, also hit three legions. Uh, yeah, this one is a single target at use, but he's a flying one. But anyway, you get my idea. For the last war, so far from what I see from the season 1, currently trying to protect the dragon, so the enemy don't get it. As you can see, everything here is basically mages and one infantry maybe for the tanking purpose, but it maybe for penetration, the enemy defense, it may be a good opinion to actually have some infantry, but for the free-to-play players, they have to pick specific units, and I strongly suggest going for the marksman and going for the mages. Now, if you're in alliance where there is a lot of alliance wars, definitely switch the alliance. You don't want to be, as a free-to-play player, you don't want to be in the alliance where every day you fighting, you will not be able to get resources, you're not going to be able to your troops, when they go in the hospital, you don't have resources to actually heal them. There is what was the name, there was elixirs, but in same time these elixirs have some time, and if you don't have like 300 thousand of one of the troops, you're basically out of the game from the first hit. But anyway, for the infantry, the only place is basically tanking the the behemoth and maybe penetration the enemy defense when there is a big push. But for day-to-day fights and other stuffs, I don't think infantry are good for free-to-play players. This is of course my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. I think free-to-play players should focus on the marksmen and the mages. First of all, I think marksmen, because the behemoth is basically the first things that you're going to actually do. Alliance War, mostly people in the season 1 are going to be focused on development. That's why the map is pretty big, so people can freely develop. And I think in the season 2 will be basically the place where there will be a lot of wars and stuff like this. But at the beginning, I strongly suggest go with Marksman, help your alliance to kill the Behemoths. Behemoths are really useful in the alliance war, and prepare one Mage Legion. Infantry, if you want to tank the Behemoths, okay, but there is like 3 tanks and 30 DPS, which will be most of the times archers. So you have to pick, but in my opinion, I don't think infantry are good for free-to-play players. So this is my personal opinion. If infantry are good for free-to-play players, again, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them, and see you in the next video.